Hi guys, Steph here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a oracle card reading to delve into the messages and the wisdom and the insights that our ancestors have for us. As always, ancestors, spirit guides, your soul, your higher self will speak to you through different channels, and this is just one of the channels. So if you clicked on this video, there is something here for you in the cards. So come in with an open heart or open mind and just be ready to receive, even if it's just a little spark of information. Take what you will, leave the rest. It's completely up to you. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle the cards, and I'm going to make 3 different piles of cards, and I'm just asking for the insights, again, the wisdom that your ancestors, the people watching, have to show. So we're going to split the deck here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the same with this spirit animal deck, up to 3. And what I'm going to do is zoom you in to the cards. I'm not going to chuck a crystal down. I'm just going to get you to pay attention to the one that stands out to you the most. So we're going to go through that now. And once you have chosen the cards, the pile that stands out most to you, we can begin. So the first pile that we're going to begin with is to my left. So we're going to see what spirit has here, or our ancestors have. So the first card is Enter the Jade Temple, which is a really beautiful card. And we also have Turtle. So the energy of the turtle is coming through to deepen this message. But the main message here that your ancestors are actually showing you, it's a really beautiful one. And they're basically saying that they know that there's a situation in your life right now that's troubling you, that's causing unease, maybe frustration, fear of outcomes, sort of like you're in an unknown. What's coming through is, I can see a kind of like a number 8 in the background of Kuan Yin there. And the 8 to me is representing financial abundance. So it could be a situation in your life that's causing unease in regards to the flow of money into your life. Your ancestors want you to know that there is a higher peaceful resolution underway right now within the quantum realm for you. And what they want you to know is a way to bring it into physicality, make it manifest in your life right now, is to basically surrender to the outcome and feel the relief. You're being guided to feel the relief of the situation coming to a positive end for you. So whether or not it's that you're waiting for someone else to do something, or you're waiting for outcomes, waiting for feedback, waiting for reply to a job, whatever it is, know that the outcome that you desire in your heart is for you. And the quickest way to bring it into your physical reality is just to feel the relief of that actually happening. Visualize the relief of that happening. I can see them like standing around, sharing stories, and they're kind of pointing to a projector screen, which probably means that these aren't too far distant ancestors. You know, they could be like your grandparents or your great-grandparents coming through with this message, because the technology's there. It's not like ancient sitting around a campfire kind of thing. They're showing the projector screen. It's kind of that, you know, how the screen counts down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and it goes into like a black and white screen with the words down the bottom because we didn't have audio. Yeah, they're the ones coming through. So great-grandparents, grandparents are saying that one of the most powerful practices into bringing this peaceful resolution into your reality right now is positive visualization, visualizing and feeling the energy of the outcome going the way that you want it to. So daydream, essentially daydream, and allow yourself to feel the relief and feel how good it will feel to get that job position, or to get whatever it is, the outcome that you desire at the present moment. And really let go of the fear, let go of the frustration, let go of the unease, surrender to the universe, because what I'm seeing here is like basically it's out of your hands at the moment, and that's probably why it's causing a lot of the unease. Turtle's also coming through with a message of going with the flow, going with the currents of the ocean, catching the, currents that go through the ocean and riding them, and, stop swimming upstream. Do whatever action it is that you can do, and do it to the best of your ability with a feeling of positive outcome. So whether it is you're applying for jobs because you need work at the moment, or whatever else it is, that whatever the outcome is, whatever action you can take it. We don't mean surrender in the sense that you just do nothing. Surrender in the sense that do the best thing you can with what you can, the action in the present moment, and then let go. And if there's nothing you can do and you've done all that you can do, it's really time just to let go of the outcome and trust that your ancestors, universal forces, will always guide you towards your highest good. If you're someone watching this video, I'm assuming that you have a fundamental belief that everything that happens to us is not happening to us, but happening for us. And I look back to some of the most traumatic situations in my life that caused deep suffering and sorrow and grief and pain, and looking back oftentimes years later, you can pull gold out of those situations. So there is gold here for you now, and that is to actually practice the things that you believe to be true, the principles of surrender and compassion towards self. And allow yourself to feel the resolution. Allow yourself to feel the peaceful resolution, because it is underway for you. And if you're struggling a lot with it, the Turtle's also saying go within, have moments of stillness in your day, not just moments where you're not around anyone, but moments of true stillness, where you go into a meditative state, or you do a yoga flow, or you're in a really intense gym workout, or a beautiful swim in the ocean, diving under the water, where you really are blocking out the outside world and people's opinions and their perceptions and their beliefs, and just being with the self. And when you do that, you're just allowing yourself to sort of go back to zero, and not being in a state of negativity or a state of positivity, just going back to neutral and then taking steps forward from there. A beautiful, beautiful message. So we're going to move on to pile number 2, which is the middle pile, and let's see what Spirit has. Well, your ancestors have Sweeping Sister Willow, which is a beautiful card of forgiveness. And then to deepen into this is Whale. And I love that whale has come through for an ancestors meditation, because the whale in so many ancient cultures around the world is seen as the keeper of the Akashic records. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I haven't delved too much into it, but it's just all the memory of everything that's ever happened is held in the quantum realm, and your soul has access to it. And let's go into Sweeping Sister Willow, and it's basically a card of forgiveness. So your ancestors are encouraging you to let go and forgive. Now, what's coming up is some sort of childhood experience. I am drawn to the tree here. You can't really see it, but the trees are sort of in the background. What I'm seeing when I think of the tree is just a little, like a baby tree, when you plant a seed and it sprouts, and it's quite, I guess, vulnerable to outside forces, being like torn up by animals, or trodden on, or blown over by the wind, or like peed on by a dog or something. So when you have like a baby tree, you put the 4 poles around it, and you kind of block it off, and you protect it from those outside forces that can destroy the tree, because it's so young and so vulnerable, and doesn't really have a root system that can keep it strong, like a grown tree, that its root system is so deep and powerful that even the biggest winds can't blow it away. And that's what I'm seeing here. There was a time in your childhood where perhaps you weren't given that protection and that love and security. And sometimes when we think of childhood trauma, we think it has to be something really big, like physical trauma, like sexual trauma, like abandonment. It doesn't always have to be that way. And a lot of the times as adults, when we look back on situations in our childhood, we see it from the adult perspective rather than what it meant from that childlike perspective in that moment. say you went on a picnic with your family and you took your favorite teddy bear, and that teddy bear was your world, and you left it behind, and you were driving in the car ride home and you realized, and you told mum, I left my teddy bear, and your mum's like, oh, it's fine, we'll get another one. Or they didn't see you in that moment, and as a child, that's a powerful physical, psychological, emotional reaction, a spiritual reaction to losing something that's so important to you. And to have the person that is your guardian, your protector, your keeper, to disvalue something that you value so much, it can be an intense emotional reaction. But as an adult, we look back at it from the adult perspective, we say, oh, it's just a teddy bear. But to the child self, that was your whole world. So things that might not seem like they were traumatic or painful or emotionally charged, were to your child self, and they created belief systems, programs, memories within you. So you're being asked to really take a deep dive, and that's what the whale again is coming through, and really spend time, maybe journaling once a week or so, not every day or anything like that, just taking some time, maybe going to see someone, to talk to a professional about it, even though it's not an intense trauma, just really going back and reflecting and shining some light on childhood experiences. Even if you have beautiful parents and you have a great relationship with them now, there are things that can come up, and because our childhood relationships created the fundamental belief systems about the relationships we hold in adulthood. You can have now as an adult, when you look at your relationship, maybe you have a partner and you're flipping out about or getting triggered by like little things like a dish in the sink, when really it's not about the dish in the sink, it's about not being seen, not being heard. And that all links back to that one little childhood experience that you might, again, from your adult perspective, say that's not very big, but it was to your child self. And your child self was the one that created all these beliefs, planted those seeds, and as you grew, you subconsciously reinforced them time and time again, and now you're here. So forgiveness isn't a one-time event. Forgiveness actually takes a lot of work. It's taking that deep dive in, having a real objective view, go back into your childhood experiences, see what you can remember. One thing that's standing out to me is, I can't remember exactly what it's called. No, Self-Authoring by Jordan Peterson. I think it's selfauthoring.com. The way he structures the writing makes it easy. Going into like healing the child self and subconscious things, it's just such a big, like the whale was showing me, like a huge ocean with vast depths. A program like that that's designed by professionals, by psychologists, to help you dive and take that structured dive down will be really beneficial for you. So your ancestors are saying, there's just some things from childhood that are sparking the patterns in your relationships, whether it be romantic relationships, work relationships, whatever. Something's there that they want you to shine light on and take the energy of your soul down into the depths, and have a look there. I hope that's making sense. I'm going to leave that, otherwise I'm just going to keep talking. All right, we're going to move on to the last one. Oh, I love this. Bamboo Moon actually came up in the Lion's Gate activation. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. And you've also got Camel. We're going to start with Bamboo Moon. And basically, your ancestors are coming through with a message. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to not have it all figured out. It's okay to be a learner, be a beginner, be a fool before you can be the master. I know that's come up a couple of times. And basically, they've chosen this card because bamboo, or Chinese bamboo, when you plant it in the soil, it takes like years of growing an intricate root system in order to sustain the rapid growth of the bamboo shoot once it comes up out of the soil. And that's what your ancestors want to let you know, that it's okay, and it's so good for you to be in this place of growing this intricate and complex root system. Oftentimes we can be so when you're a teenager and you just can't wait to be an adult, or when you're I'm I'm trying to think of examples, but anyway, you know that feeling of just wanting to be there. There doesn't really exist. There is just an idea in your mind. If you stay present with being the learner, your ancestors are saying there are so many infinite possibilities of what you can build and what you can grow in that root system. If you just be a little bit more open to spirit, you say, what I'm seeing now is it's unfolding here a little bit, so just stay with me. What I'm seeing is a root system growing underneath the soil, and there's like rocks in the soil, and stop banging against that rock and just see how you can go under, see how you can go over, see how you can go around. When you're so set on the one outcome or the one ideal or the one future, you just end up like hitting the rock underground, and you're not essentially growing, and you kind of get stunted there. So if you don't keep spreading the root system and finding new ways and trusting that that block's there for a reason, you know, maybe there's like a snake on the other side. Anyway, another crap metaphor by me. But anyway, if you keep expanding that root system, what you can grow outside of the soil is much more powerful. The bigger, the more complex, the more strong your root system, the faster you're going to grow. You're going to have that rapid growth, and the stronger and more sustainable that growth is going to be. So yeah, right now your ancestors are sort of saying you're coming to that. You might be hitting your head against the wall kind of thing. Go around, find another way. Trust that that rock, that block is there for a reason. Just turn your head a quarter of an inch and get curious. Camel's coming up to say that you are truly a resilient person. You are able to keep moving forward in the face of adversity, and you're independent essentially, which can often, people with those energy, like your ancestors are saying, like, you know, there's a couple of ancestors that are sort of coming through saying, yeah, she got that from me, or he got that from me. But yeah, that fierce independence, perhaps you're like the only person in your family the way you are, and you kind of seem like a little bit of an outcast. Like, why are you this fiery, independent, resourceful person when the rest of your family is kind of happy to go with the flow and allow life to happen to them? You're the kind of person that makes life happen for yourself. Yeah, there's an ancestor that's strongly coming through saying, like, you got that from me, girl. But yeah, they're proud of you. They're so proud of you that you have that resilience, you have that reserves, you have a wellspring, a cool elixir within you to weather what seems like long stretches of times without any outcome. Creating that complex, intricate root system takes years. It takes 3 to 5 years for that root system to grow, for the bamboo to shoot through the soil. So it's more of encouragement to take the mindset of a learner and be really, really grateful for this place, because it's sort of like a infinite possibilities here. You can take any direction, you can go anywhere you want in this space before you become a little bit more solidified in the purpose once the tree has grown out of the soil, if you will. So yeah, that's basically it. Again, if you have any questions, I wanted to try and keep this a little bit shorter, a little bit more simple, a little bit more precise and to the point. But yeah, as you know, you probably read cards yourself, it's not that easy. Sometimes stuff just comes through and you start talking and you don't stop, which definitely is me. So yeah, any questions, any comments, email me, leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, all that beautiful stuff. And I'll see you in the next meditation.